Hi Hilary, here's your second set of exercises I'd like you to perform. So if you have your weights or your tins of beans and a chair, that's what you need. So here we go. So I've got my chair, it's a little bit lower than yours. So what I would like you to do is to take a seat on your chair and place your toes in line with your knees and just slightly back a little bit. So what I mean by that is that you've brought your heels just back slightly. Nice tall posture, hands away from the legs. And I want you to just power through the legs, down through the heels, and I want you to push yourself up into a standing position. When you lower yourself back down towards your chair, can you see I'm leaning forward and pushing my bottom out? So we're going to drop down. You're going to just gently put your bottom onto the chair. You're not going to land heavily. And we're just going to go to straight back, shoulders in line with hips. So this would be 4. And I'm going to work off 10s again. This is 5. I want you to push right down through your heels. I'm going to turn to face you now so you can see that I'm coming straight up, leaning forward and sitting down. The last part on the chair should be your bottom. Okay, so maybe the back of the legs will touch the chair. Push. I'm going to do one more for 10. Okay, so that's going to be your starting exercise. That's going to be your seated squats. Now you can stay seated, place 2 hands to one side of the outside of the leg and just add a rotation in that back. Okay, sitting tall, chest up high. Gently put your hands on the knees before you turn and rotate. Remember, both of your knees should be facing forward the whole time, and you can take your gaze over to the side of the room. So this would be 4, and this is really going to help ease off the back. Okay, this is 5, and you repeat up to 10. Okay, you don't have to be there too long. This is 6. Gentle rotation back to centre. 7. And then gently 8. We'll do a couple more. This would be 9. It'd be really good just before you start. You might want to put your weights just in between your feet. Okay. And there's your 10. So 10 squats and 10 really good rotations. So you're going to get your weights, Hilary. Okay, now if they've been down here, just widen your legs and lean forward to pick them up. Okay, and have them to the side here. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise one up in front of us, gentle sideways, and then back down. So raise up, gentle sideways, and back down. Can you see I'm not actually moving that far? But I am moving from the side of my waist, and I'm not just nodding my head. I am actually stretching the side. Now, if it gets too much, Hilary, just place your arm up and gently do a lateral raise over to the side. Okay, so you're stretching all the way down your obliques here, and you're scrunching up at this side here. Okay, so remember, weights with or without. Okay, this will be 5. Gently, gently, don't rush. And 6, lovely movement. We'll go 7. Remember the arm goes straight up like an arrow. Nice and controlled. Last 2, I'm just going to turn to the side. So what I don't want to see is you leaning back, and I don't want you to see leaning forward. So it's just that lateral movement, just gently and over. Okay, so that would be your 10 of your lateral movements, okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to add on a little abdominal squeeze. So you can have your weights down by your side if you wish. I want you to lean forward, and I want you to just gently squeeze the knee up. Gently, knee up. So as the shoulders come down, or the chest comes down towards the knee, I want you to gently lift up. That's 5, by the way, I've just done. So from the side, lean. 6, 7, 8. Bring the knee up. 9 and 10. Fantastic. So there's your abdominal squeezes. So this time we're going to stand up with your weights or your tins of beans. Now I'm just going to move my seat back a little bit to give me the room so you can see. But again, you've got your own front room, so you're fine. So we're going to stand up. We're going to have our weights in front of us, and we're going to do a diagonal maneuver. We're going to come out to the side, and we're going to come up to the top, out to the side, and down. So we're causing a diagonal move. So let's go again. Out, up, out, and down. Rest and reset the shoulders. That's 2. This is going to be quite tough, Hilary. So just if you want to break it down into 5 and 5, you can. This is 4. Again, if it's even tough, you might want to do one side and then the other. It's entirely up to you. But can you see my whole body isn't moving? What you might need to do, though, is you might need to widen your base. Out, lift, out, and down. Can you see the movement's really slow? And I'm kind of stopping just momentarily at level with shoulders. Okay, so you can do a double or you can do single arm. This is going to be my last one. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so again, you might need to just roll the shoulders round a little bit just to loosen those off a little bit. Okay, so my next one is going to be an upright row. So we're standing nice and tall. Okay, chest up. Again, in that lovely position, we're going to lift an arm up so your weight is level with your chest. Now, you might need to just make sure that we've got a nice light weight. If the weight 1 kilogram is too much, you can do this without anything or go and grab a tin of beans out the cupboard. So just make sure you're driving your elbow up nice and high. I'm going to class that as 4. There's 5 and 6. Now remember with the arm movements, you've got full control. You've got 2 more to do. Now I'm going to go single again and I'm going to add on another move. Okay, so if you had your weight in your hand, I don't know whether you do, we will go upright row and we will turn and we will press. We'll sit on the shoulder, flip up the shoulder and bring it down. So we lift, we push, lift and down. Now, can you see my elbow stays up nice and high all the way through, even when my hand comes down first? Again, it's a little bit more work around your shoulder girdle. So if you're doing this without anything, it's a row and a push. It's a push down. It's a row and a push. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more for you. Lift. Now really keep an eye on this elbow. But can you see as I drop, my elbow comes here and we push. High. Low, push. Let's change arms. We'll have one good side and one not so good. So we lift, we rotate and we push. Elbow, drop, lift, turn, drop, push. Quite a complicated little move, but if you think about the big weightlifters, okay, not that we are the one, as they lift the bar up, they will push it above their heads. So we lift. That might take a little bit of practice, okay, but it'll be really good for these shoulders when we get out onto the golf course. So we lift. I'm going to do 2 more after this. Remember, I'm stood, and you can do this seated if you're getting tired, so we can drop and drive and lift and lower. So don't think that you've got to stand the whole time. You can do this from a seated position, as you can do your diamonds from the seated position as well. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to finish, okay, with a knee touch. So we're going to stand, feet nice and wide, okay, arms in, chest level, so with weights in hand. We're going to drop down and we're going to go towards the top of our knee. Drop and lift, drop and lift. I'm going to turn to the side, Hilary, so you can see me, so I don't want you to lean forward. So as I move down towards my knee, I push my bottom out, but I don't go all the way down to a seated position. Lift, drop, and lift. I want you to feel the weight into your heels. And I'm adding a little bit of rotation for the simple reason of your golf. Okay, so when we get out on the golf course, I need that lower back to be a little bit more mobile. But because we've got a little bit of weight in our hands, can you see I've gone wide on my base as well? I've not gone here and I'm twisting and rotating from here. I've set my stall out. I've bent my knees slightly. Keep an eye on the hips. If they need to come in a little bit, they can. Weights in. It's almost like you're punching down towards your knee. And your opposite hand goes to the opposite knee. Lovely. So that's your next set of exercises, Hilary. I would like you to do 10 repetitions and stick with those. And then if you're going to go round them twice, go round them twice. All right. Any problems, you give me a shout or you drop me an email. I'll see you soon. Bye.